For those of you that don't know us, I'm Jeff, Brian's younger brother.
And I'm Sarah, Brian's younger sister.
We would first like to thank the Mirandas for this lovely evening. Everything is absolutely wonderful. And our family really appreciates the hospitality you have shown us since getting to know you.
We would also like to take a moment to thank our parents, not only for last night's festivities, but for a lifetime of love and support. I think we speak for Brian. I think we speak for Brian as well in saying we wouldn't be the people we are today if it wasn't for you. So thank you. Tots, you look stunning. Brian, you look pretty dapper yourself.
So I'm not gonna lie to you, the Hiller family is pretty cool. But we are also a little strange. We are very loud, we get a little too excited about appetizers, and discuss menus way too frequently. We enjoy our wine, all love lacrosse, and turn most things into a game. And above all else, we are fanatic New York Giants fans. Let's go Giants. So whenever one of us brings someone new to a family event, we're always a little hesitant on what they are going to think.
Well, in Tots' case, it wasn't her first family event, but it was still early on in the relationship when she got thrown deep into the crazy on a 13-day family trip to Italy. Now, I don't know what she was thinking, but I can only imagine. With Lena's 10-page preparation emails,
The daily happy hour wine sessions in our hotel rooms,
and Bob's standard starter pie order, meaning order a full pizza as an appetizer. She was probably a little skeptical of us.
but in our eyes, it was a starry night in Rome when Tots really joined the Hiller crew. After an unfulfilling lunch, everyone was excited for dinner at a restaurant highly recommended by one of Sarah's friends. We settled down at a large booth in the wine cellar of this old restaurant. The menu was huge with over 30 pastas and they all looked phenomenal. So in true Hiller fashion, we decided the best idea would be to order 9 pastas to share between 8 of us. Plus a heavy dose of vino de casa. Well, I don't know if I could fully describe the scene that transpired over the next 45 minutes, other than to say it was a feeding frenzy.
People yelling at each other to pass the pasta, or accusing them of being over their assigned time limit.
Yes, we made a game out of eating. I think we may have even caught Tots face down in spaghetti once. But the point of the story is, Tots, if you could make it through that dinner and that trip with us, you really were and are family.
Like Jeff mentioned before, our family's pretty cool, especially us kids. We owe a lot of that to Brian. He's an amazing older brother. He's been a role model and someone we looked up to and respect our entire lives. Tots, we know the traits we admire so much about Brian as an older brother are going to translate to being a great husband and father. But before sharing those, we need to warn you about a few things first.
Brian isn't perfect. He might be one of the most argumentative people we know. And he has developed a couple enemies over the years.
Like Wendy's chili, for example.
And based on the wall in my parents' basement, I wouldn't trust him and Dan to repair anything around the house.
I would stick to GPS for directions, and do not badmouth the New York Football Giants. He once even tried to throw our grandfather out of the house on Christmas.
And Tots, Brian will protect you from any human threat out there. But with animals, you're on your own. It was 10 years ago when Brian entered our house alone with all the confidence in the world to confront a suspected robber. Gun, knife, we don't know. But then he realized it was actually a squirrel and called for backup in the form of our 80-year-old grandfather and his 75-year-old bereaved. Let's just say the squirrel won. Jokes aside, Brian is unbelievably supportive and has always been one of our biggest fans. I will always remember when 2 months into his freshman year of college, him and Greg borrowed a car and made the 3-hour drive back to Long Island just to be at a big high school football game I was playing in. And he's always been so proud of all of Sarah's accomplishments, from volleyball lacrosse, bragging about a consecutive goal streak to anyone he knew.
Brian is also protective, always concerned for our happiness and well-being, and somehow always selecting jobs that allowed him to protect others. Growing up, he always made sure we had friends. He even set me up on a friend date back in elementary school with one of my current best friends. His first job was a lifeguard at a summer camp, although I think he spent most time protecting the lifeguards from actually having to work than anything else. And as a lawyer, I think he's helped quite a few of the people in this room.
Mostly me, though. He's helped me out in a few tight spots, from skipping out early on jury duty, to accumulating a few too many speeding tickets, or the time an angry used car dealer came to the house after I accidentally sold a car that couldn't pass inspection, and Brian confronted him on the front lawn of our house. Dropped some Latin term, I don't know what it means, but the guy got pretty upset about it.
Of course, always taking the opportunity to remind us we can avoid the problem by simply following the law. And Brian has influenced us in many ways, almost all positive. Growing up, Brian had to wear something for about 6 months before Jeff would even consider wearing it. We also owe him for our love of Harry Potter, and can even blame him for the American Idol concert we attended as a family.
But in my opinion, the greatest thing about Brian is that he's a great teammate. He will always have your back, no matter what the situation is. You two complement each other in so many ways and make each other so happy. And that's what marriage is all about. It is a partnership between two people who support and love each other and who are better together than apart.
So Brian, we can't say enough how happy and proud we are of you. You've inspired us, motivated us, challenged us, and most importantly, loved us. We're proud to call you our best friend and our brother, and know you'll be a fantastic husband and father one day.
Tots, we love you, and we are so excited to officially welcome you into our crazy family, and can't wait to watch you two grow together.
Before ending, we wanted to leave you guys with 2 pieces of advice.
1, no one lives a perfect life or has a perfect marriage, but we all experience perfect moments. Recognize those moments like today and make sure you enjoy them. And number 2, clear eyes, full hearts.
We wish you both nothing but love and happiness together.
So everyone, please raise a glass as we toast the new Mr. and Mrs. Hill.
Come on, let me hear it. Let's go. Brian's brother and sister, Jeff and Sarah. Yeah. Friends and family, dance floor is open. Let's get this party started.